I was coaching Mike for a little bit, for like 6 months. I don't know if Mike knew I was his coach. everyone around him brought him in as a coach and was providing him with medicine.
He's local too here, right?
Yeah. Mike's an interesting creature. He tried to fight me eventually. And I was like, you know what? I don't think this friendship's over.
What?
It's a scary friendship.
You know, I'm not afraid of you, old
Dude,
man.
he would have whooped him.
For 6 months, but that was the thing. So I stood up and I was like, fuck yeah, I get to fight Mike Tyson. You know, I get to, like, we're gonna test these skills out right now because I'm not bitching out to you. Fuck you. You know, no one tries to emasculate me and tries to get crazy with me, especially when I've done nothing wrong.
But mind you, it's Mike Tyson. That's
the fun part.
It's Ian McCall.
Yeah. So he's, you know, and I've already navigated the space of being his friend and being his coach or whatever fucking they had me around for. And I'm hugging him or wrestling or fucking around talking shit and eating mushrooms and smoking weed. And the whole time I'm like, I could choke the fuck out of you. You know, I could totally have this figured out. You're not that big. You're not that strong. You know, you're scary, but like I can navigate this. So as just a psychopath, that's what I do with every single interaction of a human that's bigger than me and stronger than me. You know, I'm like, I could kill you. You know, just as my friends. You know, it fucking doesn't matter who it is. I just always analyze who you. You know, it's been my weird obsession my whole life. And
Killing people?
well, no, fighting them.
Oh.
Not
Bouncing
killing
their
people.
heads off
You know,
the canvas.
thinking of ways too.
Thinking of ways to strangle the
knowing
life.
you can.
Yes, thinking of the
Contract killer.
of the I have some friends who are, you know, SEAL team guys that were those, and no, I'm not one of them. Those dudes are fucking scary. They scare the shit out of me. I could beat them up, sure, but like they're fucking, it's dark.
Okay,
so Mike
fine.
Tyson. You know, he was high on mushrooms and he mistook something I said, and thought I was a racist against white people, and I was like, he's like, you're a racist, and I was like, wait, what? And he's sitting there. It's the pandemic. I gotta be woke. I was like, what the fuck? I'm a half breed. I was like, oh no, racism. And I was
Because you didn't post the block square on your Instagram?
well, I called Portland a little bit white trashy.
That's facts, though.
That's facts, right? Portland's white trashy as fuck. Because okay, I'll explain the story. They were trying to pay me to build him a brand. Remember Tyson Ranch?
Yeah.
Yes.
They wanted me to build the psychedelic version. And I, you know, do what I do. That's the consulting things that I do. You know, whether it's with the UFC and universities or trap shit like this. This is how I make my money. And going to the meeting, and I'm like, look, I thought of all this stuff. This is this is the game plan. This is our first office in Southern Oregon. Why not Portland? I was like, well, Mike, have you seen Portland? Like, it's a little bit white trashy, man. We don't want to go up there. And he just was like, what? What are you saying? I was like, yeah, man, fucking no trash like white trash. Sit down. We have a meeting. You know, and I was presenting information. He just like sat there fucking staring at me. And I was like, Mike seems pissed. You know?
That's scary.
And it just and then all of a sudden he starts shifting and starts talking shit. And I was like, what? Wait, what? He's like, you're a fucking you know, he starts talking shit. And I was like, wait, like, asking me these like frantic questions. And he goes, you know, you're a fucking racist. And I was like, wait, whoa, against who? He goes, white people. And I was like, okay, this is where I realized you're just crazy. You know, like you're just that person that's high on mushrooms. Because I called Portland a little bit white trashy. I'm like, I'm sorry. I made a joke out of it because I'm a fucking trained comedian. You know, I tried to roll it into a second joke and it didn't work. He got very offended. And then we almost fought. He starts threatening my life and stood up, and I stood up and I was like, fuck yeah. You know, I've been waiting for this day, old man.
That was the end of your friendship with Mike?
Yeah, I fed him, I fed him mushrooms after he beat Roy Jones Jr. and gave him ego death, which was cool. It was a cool experience.
That's really sick.
To be able to be the person on Monday that comes over, hey, Mike, come see Mike. I slide in and feed him this and say a prayer over him and kind of do my shamanistic sort of work. That didn't end well. So, you know, I just knew that this interactions was too testy. I don't need to fuck around with you because we're going to fuck around and find out, and one of us is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, at least the ego, you know what I mean? And I don't need to be fucking playing with a hand grenade.